Another lovely Saturday, and as always, we're much obliged to have you join us on the program Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio Network. I'm Sonny Duke Okosun, your regular host on the program. Our special focus today is on the race to Dennis Osadebey Avenue, and that's because as part of our countdown to Edo 2024, a major activity is taking place in Edo State, talking about the primary election of the All Progressives Congress APC. And in any case, two major developments have also happened within the last 48 hours or 24 hours in the build up to the primaries, which is already on course. On the other side, the Labour Party, even at the national level, is embroiled in a crisis of confidence and trust with the suspension of the national treasurer of the party. All of these are things that naturally would have impact on the shape of Edo 2024 governorship election. I'd like to welcome our panelists right here in the studio with me on the show. Engineer Esosa Mogbe is an APC chieftain. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much, Sonny Duke, for having us. Thank you, viewers at home, for letting us into your domain.
We also have here the State Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, Mr. Sam Roper. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you, Sonny. And the viewers at home, want to greet you. Good morning, everybody.
We have with us here Comrade Roy Oriwabo is a public affairs analyst, is also a politician. Thank you for joining us, Comrade.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, now before we cascade into the major focus of our discussion, it's important that we talk a bit more on the state of the nation with this effect of the spiraling inflation. And today we are back to that road where we buck past, we play mind games, and then we play blame games like we heard now from the north. Some are already accusing the present government of being responsible for the circumstances and the situation in the country right now, with the hardship being experienced by Nigerians. Interestingly, this is one major challenge that is affecting everyone, irrespective of where you belong, whether you're in the upper class, and the middle class, or you are in the lower class. Everyone is being affected by this challenge. We're also being joined by Mr. Odigye Wagai, who is also a public affairs analyst, a political analyst. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, let me start off with you. Does this make sense in any way that for every government, for every administration, there's always this challenge of blame game, rather than focus on the key issues and find a way to deal with those issues? We are always immersed in the blame game business. Like I heard recently, the Sultan of Sokoto is blaming the present government over the situation that we have, and there's a reaction coming from Sunday Igboho on where we are. I'd like to get a perspective on that.
Is it also good for a man that is hungry to demand for food? Or you're telling your wife, I'm hungry, give me food. Will she now be saying, yesterday, it's because you ate, you cannot demand for food today? That is where we find out.
But if you didn't give her money, do you have a right to demand for food?
Now,
The issue of money,
is second.
first of all,
Let there be
a relationship before you
talk about whether there is food. You cannot just see any woman on the street and say, is my food ready?
Because there is a
relationship, that's why you
can talk to your wife.
You know?
But the situation of this country will continue because we have not been able to make a deliberate effort to have a government that will be people-oriented based, that will care for people. As of today, Nigeria is collapsing economically and otherwise. Therefore, let us not pretend over it. As of today, Nigeria is in an emergency situation as a result of mismanagement of Nigeria economy, whether from successive government or the president. The present government must take responsibility. That is the reason why we have leadership. You know, anywhere you find yourself, you take responsibility.
I have a father called Joseph Oriwabo, but Joseph Oriwabo also have a father. Therefore, we cannot separate ourselves from that line. The reason why Maloko drama is because there is a lie I say I cannot run away from it now, or otherwise. The issue of this country, the brain game, will continue until we are able to get it right.
Okay.
And now, the present administration, what now the reason why I look at them over the, I saw the present administration, they are saying, by saying that we can no longer manage the economy. They are seeking help outside. They are calling Atiku, bring your idea. They are calling Obi, bring idea. A man was sent to me, bring an idea. I said, the idea is very easy. Nigeria will not turn off. This is not the time for you to be talking politics. If you are assisting in Nigeria, you say I'm a party man, my brother. You are insulting the above generation. Nigeria is an emergency. What do we need now? All of us must come out to say, how do we fix this country?
Okay.
And for the strength of that,
yeah.
I give it to the present administration for having that courage to come out to say, we are friends Nigeria, we don't have what it takes to fix Nigeria. They are calling for people who have an idea.
They're calling for help.
Yeah. And
all right, let me proceed there.
I can continue that.
Sam Ropa, yes, I know that as we speak, the organized labor is already on that trajectory of engaging government to listen to their cries and do something about the situation. I mean, the general option is to go on use the platform of strikes, ultimatum and warnings and all of that. Will that help in any way?
Thank you for that question. Whether it will help the situation on ground, time will tell. However, the way and manner the organized labor and other unions have kept mute while this country was sinking since the last administration, APC handover to APC, they all went aloof. We didn't see them visibly doing anything when the previous Jonathan-led government was in power. We didn't see anything done by this organized labor. They all went underground. And one is asking what really went wrong, what really happened.
But during Jonathan's administration, we saw protest, we saw agitations, we saw engagement. I mean, that even led to the president at the time from not making any attempt to tamper with fuel subsidy as it was.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Now, at that time, these people were visibly on the streets demonstrating. But when the APC, I would say this present APC government in Buhari tenure took over,
yes,
all these organizations went underground. That's where we are. That's why we are wondering.
Okay.
Now you ask a question whether now that they are trying to come up, will it solve
any problem?
Any problem? Well, that's why I say time will tell. Because if this government will listen, I don't know. Because what made them to go underground during Buhari tenure? This is still the same APC government. What made them to go underground that they couldn't come up visibly to say anything when Nigerians were being slaughtered on daily basis? You can't travel out of the country, you can't travel out of your house, you can't go to the next street and come back safely. Nobody make any comment about the security, the fuel hike, the economy hike. That was what led to this present situation where that now they want to come. If they come out fine, well, let's assume the government will listen to the cries of. Let's assume so. We cannot say they cannot.
All right.
But when people, but let me tell you, when people, I thank God for us who said that they are now calling for help. Good, but when people force themselves into power, this is what we see. But by the time
they were elected. I mean, what do you mean force themselves? They were elected. Sam, I'll just pause it there. Engineer Omoegbe, please take it off from there. Share your thoughts with us. I mean, be realistic with what we have in terms of action plans and solutions.
Well, Nigeria as of today is not in the best of states.
God bless you.
Whether it is economically or security-wise, I'm of the opinion that we can do better. And God willing, with strategic planning, with all hands on deck, things will get better. But there's something I've noticed about our polity and our politics. There's always this tendency to blame the previous administration. I remember vividly, I was already a full-grown adult when Obasanjo came into power. The people managing our affairs as at that time were always blaming the military. they were always telling us that all this evil that we are experiencing, whether it is insecurity, whether it is economic downturn, whatever it is that was bedeviling the nation as at that time, they attributed it to successive years of military administration. But then that was why you were elected, to fix it. Now, the opposition were also shouting as at that time, they can do better, they can do this. Eventually, the reign and rule of PDP came to an end, and APC took power. I'm a card-carrying member of APC, but I will be the first to say that President Muhammad Buhari did not cover himself in glory. As a matter of fact, our women were being raped under him. There was this invasion by herdsmen, some call them bandits. They were rephrasing terrorism, you know, giving them different nomenclature. But the truth of the matter is that they came in. Buhari, I remember some persons were saying as at that time that Buhari is a military general. He will kill terrorism. He will kill insecurity. He came to power, but at some point it became worse. So what I want to conclude with is this. Let us stop the blame game. Let us come together and move our nation forward.
All right, Mr. Digio Adjai.
Let me a potpourri of what
Yes.
to really,
Okay, the perspectives, yes.
Yeah, though I came a little bit late, and I don't know whether you...
No, we're just...
We just started when you... Yes, you were right on time, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Nigerian politics and Nigerian politicians, most of them are not qualified to be there. See, we see politics differently from what they teach you in the classroom. We think things, principles of politics, economic principles, we take them upside down. A situation where a rice seller is a senator. A situation where a woman that sells anyhow, a kemi in the upper market, is the woman leader. A situation where a laborer is the leader of a political party. And when you ask them, what is the manifesto of your political party? They will say, what is that? See, these are the people that make up the political, that cover the political environment. By so doing, their subterranean motive for coming into politics is different from what politics ought to be. Theirs is to come and make money. So at the end of the day, we have everything wrong. Now, if you come in, what do? You are going to blame the other person. Because if you are you are a journalist, they teach you in the school or in the classroom that journalism, you have to either investigate and report your findings.
Yeah.
You must be a professional to become a journalist.
Yeah.
To become a surgeon, you must go through the university. To become an engineer, you must spend at least 4 or 5 years in the university. To become a bank manager, you must study that banking, finance, or whatever. So these are professional bodies. A politician or somebody in government is supposed to be an intelligent human being to harness all these professional bodies, manage them, and be able to form a better government. But what we have is that you bring a quack that doesn't know what government is all about to manage a medical doctor. That is our problem. So when they come in, what do? How can somebody like Buhari become the president of Nigeria? I mean, for crying out loud. Somebody, a permanent school dropout, became the president of Nigeria. How can a country where somebody who could not define what technicality is in law became the CJ of a country? That is the type of country, and you are saying you want the best, that you want Nigeria to move forward. Nigeria can never move forward. Okay. Nigeria is a failed state. I'm not done. Nigeria is a failed state. You see, there are so much I need to say, and I don't want to be gagged. Okay. Whatever I say is my personal opinion, not the opinion of ITV.
Yes.
Nigeria has reached a point at this stage. Now all the emirs, they are sending threat messages to the president of Nigeria. I'm Labour. I'm a politician. Now, the emirs, the Fulani emirs, are sending messages to the president, threatening him that Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. The import of that statement is that we are prepared to take this government from you. Just 30 minutes ago, Yusuf, the Professor Yusuf, Usman Yusuf, the former secretary, the general secretary of NHIX, threatened that they will soon go on a Ramadan. And if care is not taken, what he's saying is that probably the military will take over.
No, he didn't quite say that.
My brother, I read between lines.
Yes, yes. You are analyzing it that way.
Yes, I'm analyzing it.
Yeah.
Now, when Buhari was Fulani Nigeria, where were they? Now they are talking of you are moving everything to the south. Oh, you are now marginalizing the north. When we were moving things from the south to the north, the Southerners didn't talk.
It was all right then.
It was all right by then. Now when you talk of it is the north. They are always thinking about northern Nigeria. They don't think about Nigeria.
Okay.
It is only with from the south that talks about Nigeria. So when they are blaming again that Buhari, Tinubu constitutionally will remain there for the next 4 years, I didn't vote for him.
All right, let me pursue. Let me pursue there. I will come back to you in a moment. So we can look at. That's why they invited. So no problem, Mr. Wadia. No problem. You see, the issues are hydra-headed.
Yes.
And as it is, you can't really exhaust them in one day. But certainly we'll look at that on another day. I just want us to scale up the conversation and dovetail into the Edo 2024, the race for Osadebey Avenue. As you're all aware, the All Progressive Congress about now is conducting its governorship primaries. In the last 24 hours or so, we have seen some aspirants resign and perhaps pitch tent with other aspirants whom they feel have the capacity or have some of the blessings of the leadership of the party, as it were. How will all of these pan out? What are our expectations from the APC primaries today in view of some of the other currents that are really, threatening the existence, the corporate existence, the unity of the party in the bid up to Edo 2024? Let's get Roy to take us off on that. Yes, quickly.
Well, I think before I look at Edo 2024.
I want us to focus on Edo because you are the one who started the protest that was taking much time on talking about Nigeria. So stay on course. Yes, stay on course.
Of course.
Yes.
It's good for we to also let Wade know.
Yes.
That those who are saying crying in the north, they are also buying a bag of cement at 11,000. We cannot come here to be showcasing a one-sided Nigeria. We should talk. The reason why Nigeria is not working is because my person is in government. Let me defend that person. You will recall in a build-up to 2024 election, my organization, which I'm the convener, concerned Edo City's room. I was this program. I said when people were shouting ESA agenda, I said ESA is an integral part of Edo State. Because ESA is an integral part of Edo State, it is good for somebody from ESA to be governor, but not for we to use the word ESA agenda. And some people say, right, what is wrong with you? You have to. I said no. Because gradually society is evolving, we are moving. You must be able to move everybody I know. How do I talk to my friend? How do I talk to my friend who's from Erokabwa that I have an ESA agenda? I will be looking at the Bude on his face. Osawoyi Bude, I said, we have an agenda? Those are the points I'm raising. Now, but Edo 24 is when this election is going to be one of the most peaceful elections that we have ever seen. And this election that is going to show up competency, character. are people that will reshape the fortune of Edo State. With what they have happened, I have seen men that we have celebrated over the years as those who have the structure. I see them saying they are relinquishing their ambition. To me, it calls for celebration that people will hitherto worship as a demigod in terms of politics. They say, no, this our ambition will not. Let's go to social place. Let's go to the center and support somebody. To me, that's a welcome development.
Okay.
We must continue to navigate that direction for all of us, because Edo belongs to all of us and Nigeria belongs to all of us. Now, we are in search for who will lead Edo people come 2024. The criteria are very direct. You know, give us your name, I will tell you your antecedents. That's where we are now. Okay. And gradually things are unfolding.
Let me pause you there. Let me pause you there.
The person who emerged today from the APC,
yes.
I will be the first person to congratulate.
Sam Roper, share with us.
I'm not an APC.
Roy, calm down, Roy. Calm down. Yes. He said he will be the person to. He will be the first person to congratulate him. That's what he said. Sam, share your thoughts with me before we come back to the Labour Party and its crisis right now. Your expectations for the APC. I mean, we are seeing some of the big wigs in APC step down, as it were, to say we are pitching tent with this aspirant, or I'm stepping down because somebody has already hijacked the party structures for his preferred aspirant, as it were. These are the things that is common. These are some of the things that are common with our political practices that, you know, people have said that it's not really making democracy to thrive as it's comparable in other climes in the world. Yes, Sam.
Yeah, thank you. For anybody who have ambition and for whatever reason haven't looked at the bigger picture, because the bigger picture is paramount. It's not about person. It's not personal. The interest of the entire state, the interest of the party, the interest of good governance. If those parameters have been put into consideration, any aspirant feels that, well, let me step down my ambition for a particular person and is convinced in doing that, thank God, not to rock
the boat.
But however, if that stepping down or stepping aside was as a result of some invisible hands, some invisible Godfather hands that are trying to direct the affairs of the party, if that is why that stepping aside is done, I feel very sorry, because it will not help. It will not help us, and it will not help the party. That has been the problem all the while over the years, that interest of godfathers have always sabotaged good governance, have always sabotaged peaceful sailing of an administration. Of course, we saw it here, we saw it in Rivers State, we've seen it in Rivers State. And so, if in the interest of a particular godfather or some group of godfathers are the reason for whatever that is happening in APC, well, I feel sorry for them, because at the end of the day, it will not tell well of them. They should have learned from history. Of course, some of them are all living victims of most of these influences. But if it is done on the basis of whatever that can come on the table for everybody, I think kudos to whoever that has resigned, whoever that has stepped aside. It only takes a man, a very bold and fearless man, to look at his fellow man and say, well, I think you are better than me. I will pinch tent with you. I will work with you. Because it's not about ego. Okay. It's about the bigger picture for everybody.
All right. Engineer Omoegbe, talk to us. I mean, within 24 hours, we heard of Pastor Sagi's Eyamu's stepping down, and Chief Lucky Maswen stepping down. I don't know if there have been others who have done same. Okay, stepping down in the last couple of minutes or so, as we build up towards the election. But the question is, aren't these a fallout of the current political realities in the state in terms of political currency, as it were, in moving towards the election proper in September?
Before I answer your question, I want to quickly make one or two comments on the state of the nation, especially from the angle that our father here took it from. While I agree with him that some persons that are in preeminent position in power today are not supposed to be there, I agree with him on that. But I want to disagree with him on one of the statements that somebody that says kemi or a trader in the market cannot be a woman leader. As a matter of fact, democracy is all inclusive, and those people also have their place in our polity. And you don't have to also be a professor to be an intelligent person. As a matter of fact, most of our forefathers, they didn't go to school, so to say, as in the four walls of universities or something like that, but they were able to forge an empire that was the envy of the world. That said, I want to come to Edo 2024, particularly the All Progressive Congress. Well, today is the primaries of the All Progressive Congress, and I've been to my ward before coming to the studio. As far as I can tell, the exercise is progressing so far peacefully.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, democracy will play out. Now, for the aspirants, they did not step down. I want to talk of especially my principal, Pastor Osadebey. He did not step down. He actually withdrew from the race. And then,
Is this not just semantics, as it were? Is it not semantics? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Corruption and stealing is not the same.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Stepping down and withdrawing.
Go ahead. I'm just go ahead. Yeah.
Are different. Different things.
But the effect is the same.
Exactly.
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
He is no longer going to be on the ballot today. He did that in the overall interests of the party and the state, not because he believes that his ambition will not sail or sell. Pastor Osadebey over the years has said that he's not a desperate politician. Before he went into the race, he did wide range of consultation. As a matter of fact, if you recall, because I know that this station publicized one of the activities that my group did. My group was one of the groups that called on Pastor Osadebey to enter the race, because we have read his agenda, and we believe that that agenda is robust enough to bring Edo State into an enviable state. However, he has looked at the system, and then he has also looked at the genuine agitation from other regions, specifically the Edo Central people. And he believes that since Edo is one, I wouldn't want my ambition to rock the boat. In short, if you look at the lines of his letter, I think it's already in the public domain.
Yeah.
He said that for the peace and unity of the party that is required both at the state and national level, I will be withdrawing from the race. So he did that in the interest
of the party,
of both the party and Edo people.
All right, Mr. Wada, give me your perspectives on this seeming overhang of godfatherism in politics and seems to be playing out in this build up to Edo 2024. Yeah.
Well, it started since 1999. Tony Anene was nicknamed Mr. Fix. Every position, political appointments, elected positions, the decision was taken in his living room. And people worship him as God. And that is what happened during that 8 years. That also created a situation where those that were appointed as ministers, they became so ineffective because one person determined who gets what. Even himself, when he became the minister of works, it became a disaster. Bini Aunchi Road to Okene was not right. He was the minister. After him, Toto became the minister of works. After Toto, Onolome became the minister of works.
And there was Ando Givon in between or something?
Givon was only a
minister of state. Okay.
Minister of State was just a mere spare tire.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, what happened? They could not tie a dope portion of Benin Abuja Road. That's to tell you when somebody is playing godfatherism. Then Oshomole came and asked the Edo people, specifically Edo South, to help him fight godfatherism. We did. And he turned out to be the worst godfather Edo has ever had. And he's played the same role Tony Anene played. Out of the 12 aspirants, he set up his own personal screening committee under the chairmanship of
Professor Julius
Ihobere. It was an illegal committee. So Ihobere was instructed to screen out some of the aspirants.
No, but that has since been jettisoned.
I'm coming.
Yes.
It's all politics.
It's been since been jettisoned.
The more you look,
Yes.
the less you see.
It's since been
The
jettisoned.
more you look.
No, what I want you to do, just
They
zero
have
in on the
already
main.
set
Yes.
the ball rolling.
Yes.
You see, a situation where Oshomole is now dictating for the entire political party, it will not help. So when you see Pastor Eze Iyamo and others stepping down, they have no other choice. They know that they've lost the game.
That's an issue.
They know that they have lost the game.
No, I disagree with
I'm
that.
coming.
No.
If you doubt it, I will bet you 100 million.
Yeah.
Tell Eze Iyamo to go, he will lose.
No, not at
Tell
all.
whoever stepped down to go, they will lose.
Not at
Oshomole
all.
have determined who will be the flag bearer.
And that is not correct.
It's
You
only
are not a member of the APC.
I'm coming.
I'm a member of the
This is what it
APC.
Yeah.
He stylishly ensure Uzodinma of Imo State chair the APC primary election. Who brought Uzodinma? Who made Uzodinma the governor? It's Oshomole. Uzodinma, who became fourth or third in an election, was appointed the governor of Imo State.
Was elected the
He
governor.
was appointed.
Elected the governor of Imo State.
Whether
Yeah.
elected or appointed.
But he's there.
Oh, he's there. Then he's going to be there. Now it's time to pay back. He ensured that Uzodinma cannot do otherwise.
So what is the implication of these
The implication is that
for the party in Edo 2024?
in Edo 2024,
If everything goes his way, like
if
you
everything
said,
goes his way, he's putting a puppet there. He will dictate to that person, and at the end of the day, there's going to be a fallout between the governor and Adam Oshomole. They will not have a focus to do the proper thing. And because of this, the Edos are aware, especially the Edo South. APC has failed us. PDP has failed us. So why continue with APC and PDP PDP? The current economic hardship we have till today emanated from PDP, transferred to APC. Then you still want us to continue. So now the Messiah has come.
okay, we'll get to
Labour
that.
Party.
Okay, all right, we'll get to that
Cannot
point.
be the Messiah.
Yes, right. You just have to pause there. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
Right, yes, you have some misgivings about some of these perspectives shared. You want to talk about them?
Oh, of course. When you invited us for this program, you never told me that it was a platform to campaign for Labour Party.
Nobody's campaigning here.
Nobody's campaigning.
Nobody.
Even with the introduction, you say some persons are representing Labour Party.
Yes.
That's already.
You also represent the political party. Are you a politician? Hold on.
I'm a proud supporter of Godwin Obasa.
Just hold on. Hold on.
I'm giving.
Hold on, just a moment. Let me.
But APC's one here. If
Joy, hold on. Roy, hold on. Just a moment. Hold on. Are you a politician or not?
by creation, we are political animals.
Do you belong to a political party?
As of today, I'm a supporter of Godwin Obasa.
You don't belong to any political party.
I am above political party affiliation.
So we can say you are supporting Governor Gordon Obaseki. So you are supporting PDP.
By implication, I'm supporting.
So we can say you're a member of PDP.
Yes. That is why I'm telling you that you cannot.
Roy, you are the one who is, because that's part of the problem. We always get carried away with these side talks. We don't focus on the issues. Yeah. I've seen you on a number of occasions when he's on. You are saying he's taking much time. And then we come over to you, you derail. When you derail the discussion, we lose track. So Roy, hold on. No, please. Please, stay on course. Mr. Wadai, just hold on. Just hold on. That's a talk for another day. It's a talk for another day. Mr. Roy, can you share your thought with us on what we've discussed so far on Edo 2024?
Edo 2024, as I said before, is going to be one of the most peaceful elections. You know, no matter how you turn out to bring some persons down, it also.
Some of the issues we're talking about, APC, are also there within the PDP that you remember and supporting. Out of that,
in the last struggle for this election,
yes,
I was a prominent member of Obedient Movement. Are you know aware? Yours sincerely, Martins, Kola, we were the first person who not Obedient Movement in this state. Because we, at the time, we...
Obedient Movement is not the political party.
It's not political party.
Yes.
I'm giving you instance so that you know where we are coming from.
Yes.
As of today, I am with PDP, I am with Obaseki, and I am with Asra Ighodalo.
Okay.
You understand me? Because when you look at these personalities, the tragedy is there, the records are there.
Okay.
Ighodalo is not a man that you will be looking for. When you mention Ighodalo, you know where to trace him to. You have his own address. You know where to trace him to. You know what he has done for this country. We are celebrating a very senior.
I don't know his address.
I'm going to. That's why I'm here now.
Okay. All right. So we can get some and some contributions to the discussion today on the program. Politics Today, reaching you live on independent television and radio. When your call comes through, please endeavor to be as brief as possible because others are waiting. Do not cast aspersion on our panelists here. Stay focused on the issues. Race to Osadebey Way 2024 matters arising is our major focus today. We also on the side talk about the economic hardship in the land and what can be done to remedy the situation against the background of some of the agitations and the blame game going on, particularly amongst the elites. As we know, that won't take us anywhere. We've got to look at the critical issues of the country and fix them. Mr. President's got to sit down and fix this problem. And if he's telling us that he needs help and all of that, I'm quite disappointed because he did promise that he was going to fix this country. And one would have expected that beyond saying it's his turn, he should have actually put his acts together to dissect the critical problems of the country. So coming on board, you hit the ground running. Okay, let me just quickly get a word from Sam Oropa. Yes, quickly. On expectations for Edo 2024. Yeah.
Edo 2024, we are going to get it right this time. Osadebey Avenue is going to be occupied by the best among us.
Okay.
Not as business as usual. The Edo people have seen what APC and PDP can do for them, and they have done their best, and they can't do more than what they can do. And so that is why we have been wallowing in this circle of mismanagement, maladministration. And so whoever that APC or PDP is bringing on board cannot even do otherwise, because the platform itself has already dent the image and credibility of that person. Because what we are suffering today is not as a result of not that there are no resources, not that there are no we don't have the best people. The platform that is training up these people are not the best platform. So they have ruined us for a very long time. And so the people are wise now, that just as my friend and my brother will say, that the alternative have come. The people are wise. Edo people are wise, and they know what to do for themselves. They are ready to redeem themselves. And so, of course, not with due respect to my brother Roy, it's not that we are campaigning for a political platform.
All right, let me
party has come.
All right, let me pause you there, Sambopa. Let's get your take on this, because interestingly, many of the people that we are seeing, even in the Labour Party, is either they were formerly in APC or they were formerly in PDP. I don't know if you can build on that.
Exactly the point I was going to make.
Okay.
I'm a little bit surprised that with the experience that we have over the years and from what we have seen, we are still ascribing failure to a political party.
Because the parties are...
Excuse me, I have the floor. I don't interrupt people when they're talking. You know? Now, the labor movement, the obedient movement that we are talking about was not a political party. It was an individual. People saw something in Peter Obi. If Peter Obi had gone to party XYZ, that movement would still have been strong and viable because it was the personality. Mind you, Peter Obi was formerly of APGA. Later, he became of PDP. So it is not a question of the political party that is failing. It is the individual. Obaseki, some persons here. In short, let me shock you that one of the present commissioner, Ifaliyu Isibo, was an obedient.
Of course, we were together.
Yes, he was an obedient member, but he believes in Obaseki, and today he's serving in Obaseki's government. So it is not the political party, it is the individuals that are failing us. As of today, Kenny Maswagbo, I think he has been to virtually all the political parties. Today he's in labor contesting. At the end of the day, you believe that though people don't know that he has kissed here, kissed there, and kissed that. So the issue is this. Let us look at the individual. In short, for instance, like what our father here said, I quite agree with him that one of the bane of this democracy is the issue of godfatherism. As a matter of fact, I marched the streets with Comrade Adams Oshomole in the name of no man is God, in the name of let's keep godfatherism, in the name of one man, one vote. At the end of the day, like he rightly said, the Comrade Adams Oshomole has not only become the exact replica of what he used us to fight, he has become even a worse one. For example, I don't know if Tony Aneni ever single-handedly selected all the commissioners for an incoming governor. After selecting the governor, the deputy governor, the secretary, the chief of staff, I don't think he ever did that. The entire cabinet. But Oshomole did it for Obaseki, believing that Obaseki would be his stooge. At the end of the day, the 2020 election became the issue against Obaseki and godfatherism. I mean, it became against Adams Oshomole that no, we will not allow this man to just put somebody, throw him away, throw him away. And now we are back to the trenches. That is exactly what is even happening right now in APC. But I can tell you, I can assure you this, that this election may likely be the end of godfatherism in Edo State.
Fantastic. I'm also concerned with the fact that as robust and widespread as Labour Party is, for example, we get this feeling of the party being immersed in some level of crisis as it relates to corruption, which is a major bane of development. I mean, we are aware of what's happening at the center, where the National Treasurer has been suspended. She came forth on a national platform to make some very weighty allegations against the leadership of the party. Even back here in Edo State, there's also these allegations of, oh, the money bags are now in the party. They're going to buy up everybody and then install themselves as the party's flag bearer in the forthcoming election. What does this portend for the Labour Party in those 2024?
Well, let me first of all take the last one. Labour Party is not PDP, neither the APC. Just like you rightly said, Aswan Iwodalo came from Lagos with his money.
You know, he didn't say that. He didn't say. He didn't say he came with his money. He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Can the former be a governor? What can you say?
He didn't say that.
It's
not possible. You know what?
When Oshomole came, Shomole was a poor man.
Shomole can never be a poor man. Just said that.
Shomole was a man.
Please, he has the floor. Let's
Roy has the floor, please. Yes.
Shomole was people contributed financially. So Shomole never had that.
Can you stay on course? Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is that this mentality of bringing the deep pockets from a foreign state to come and impose on us in Benin, we are stopping it.
What about those from other political parties that are probably brought their deep pockets into the Labour Party?
Good. Now, this is why I said Labour Party is different from APC and PDP. We have created a level playing ground for the whole of them. And we will astray their profile. You don't just come because you are rich and we will give you the ticket. Labour will not do that. We're going to look at your antecedents, what you have achieved in life, and what you intend to do for Edo people. Unlike other political parties, when they go for the rally, they will start singing. But in our, when we go for we talk, we ask questions, and they provide answers.
Okay.
Based on that, we mold our opinion on the kind of person.
Okay.
But whereas when they go, they start singing. You see?
Okay. All right. Let me take some calls. Let me take some calls. Hello, caller. Good morning.
So if we continue,
tell us your name, where you're calling from, and go ahead with your contribution. Yes. Good morning, caller. What's your name and where you calling from? John, thank you for joining us on Politics Today. Please go ahead.
Yes, I want to thank you. I want to thank your analyst there. For me, I just think it's a continuation of the roller coaster. For example, in 2020, we had all sorts of slogans. I'm not APC, I'm not PDP, I'm not Labour Party. But those people are suffering from the antics and shenanigans of the political class of Edo State.
Thank you.
The transformation that we're expecting, that Edo was going to move forward. Until now, we see nothing.
Okay.
Where is the Gelegele seaport? Where is the international cargo airport? It's all a bandwagon of lies upon lies. Now they come again. And the state is in darkness. I know it's the federal government problem. What has the state government done to cushion it? Our children are migrating, dying in the Mediterranean Sea, and we have a governor that cannot even talk about that. It's all about budgeting, money. We are tired of the system. It's a mess.
Okay. Okay.
We don't believe them. It's a fraud. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, John, for your contributions. Our studio number is still open for you to be part of the discussion. 080-7777-0300. Dial that number right now. Let's get your take. Hello, caller. Good morning. And yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
This is Solomon Ataka.
Solomon, good to have you on the program. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon. Good morning to analysts in studio.
Thank you, Solomon.
Thank you.
Political around in Nigeria should look for a way forward to develop the system of democracy. Each time election is coming, looking for somebody who can speak for us, coming to studio to deceive the heart of the citizen. I don't believe it's good. What the citizen will claim the exactly democracy we need. This money we spend in political errands need to be used to enlighten our state and our nation so that we can move forward. And for the issue of the political ruling today, according to the analysis that APC of PDP have paid us, even the little one we are choosing Labour, they are not sure they are different from these people you just mentioned.
Exactly.
So we don't even know who to talk about. You understand? So,
It's the truth. Yeah.
All right.
The only issue is that
They are doing the best. They are the best ones for now.
but doing their way normally and maturely, sitting the head down, and irrespective of any party ruling today, we know the political errors is owned by people. Like the APC today is owned by individuals. So when he said nobody can conclude what he said on challenge, and that's supposed to be so. We take God seriously.
All right.
The aspirants going for the governorship election can't expect their father that Nigeria is suffering, that you return the point to where he met him.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Solomon Ataga. Always a delight to have you on the program. Good morning again, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. 08077770300. That's the studio number. And that'll be our last call for today. Good morning, caller. Please turn down the audio level on your TV or radio to remove the echo. Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay, good morning. I have to commend the distinguished, men of the studio and your personality as well.
Thank you.
For educating us, but what is at stake here is integrity, sincerity. Pray, Master Jesus. Are we there, sir?
We're listening to you. We're listening to you, please.
Yeah, because you see the presentation, the personality of Osadebey, gave me more fans and people due to it, it became a movement. For me, every politician that want to outshine or advance on that position, they should learn from their reverend Peter Obi.
Okay.
So this election, all of us, we are killing involved, and again, we are not looking at party with the voters, with the electorate.
Exactly.
So my final call here, we know that hunger is affecting everywhere. So they should not be deceived, those big wigs, those political or whatsoever. We are looking for integrity, sincerity. No, it's difficult to find in Nigeria.
All right.
So
Okay, I'll cut you there because our time is up on the program Politics Today on independent television and radio. Well, the race to Dennis Osadebey weighs on. Today, the APC, in a sense, have kick-started the process for the primaries. We're waiting to see how it's going to pan out today, who emerges, who becomes the running mate, and then look at for the PDP's primaries as well as the Labour Party primaries. But we expect the delegates to do a good job. So it's become easier for the electorate to make their choice, as it were. We don't want a situation wherein questionable characters are presented. I can assure you, like you heard, that from my last caller, the electorates are waiting, and those people are waiting. This is not about political parties, it's about the individual. And the individual's integrity, his capacity, his pedigree, and the ability to deliver in terms of making life more meaningful for Edo people. That's the reason why we see all of these manipulations, politicking, politricking, and all whatnot in the guise of politics. But as they say, politics is a game of manipulation. In most cases, those who have the higher capacity to manipulate the process, they come up tops, and others will be crying wolf. But as it's expected, if you lose, continue to be in the party. After all, in time past, you won, and you won squarely. In time past, you had the opportunity to control things, to determine things. If in a sense, somehow, somewhere, someone who has the capacity to change things is now doing things in a way and manner that it doesn't favor you, it's not enough to leave the party. Stay within the party and continue to make contributions. That's the only way our politics can grow, our democracy can grow. If we have this structure and system where people just move at free will to party A, to party B, to party C, and then they end up back in party A, then how is the process going to develop? All the same, we wish the APC the best of primaries, and we hope that the best of the best will emerge today from their primaries. And we also hope that other political parties will take a cue and do exactly the same thing, ensuring that the best of the best emerges. And for Edo people, please get your voters card and get ready to make the big decision on that big day so we can take Edo State to where it ought to be. Especially now that things are so hard. There's no light. Even if there's light, you can't even stand the heat. Not to talk about when you don't have light. It's such a crazy situation that we have in the country. But we hope that Mr. President has already is seeking for help. We want to call on all Nigerians to bring ideas, to bring initiative, to bring suggestions that will change the status quo and make things better for the country. For our brothers in the north, the elites, the traditional rulers, you need to give Mr. President all your support so that things can change. The blame game will not do anyone any good. That's my takeout from today's edition of the program. thank you for your time, bro. But thank you for coming.
Thank you for
Sam
having me.
Roper, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And, yes.
Just a quick one, sir. You asked a question about Labour Party, the issues of corruption at the national.
Yes, I think I asked the question.
Yes, just a quick one. Because we are rounding up.
In 10 seconds, please.
Okay, yes. The national treasurer issue you just raised in the Labour Party, there is no doubt about what is happening, that moles that were being planted by opposition party to destabilize Labour Party since the Obi contest.
So that's what's happening now.
They have not still.
Okay, that's so much to take from you. Thank you, Sam. Sam, we'll talk about that another day. My time is up. No, it's not like you finished. My time is up. Engineer Sosa, thank you for coming. Thank you very much. You don't have to say anything. Thank you for coming. Our time is up, gentlemen, for Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. Be sure to join us next time. On behalf of all of us here, this is Sonny Jikokoso wishing you a good weekend. Bye for now.